Corleone.
What is up? We are in province and I'm in my Pantera Italian tier 8 medium tank. Now this video was done a long time ago. This is actually my second game on this map. I think this video was recorded. This game was played sometime in May or June when the patch first dropped with the Italian tanks. But I had this video lying around and I thought I'd make a video out of it because I don't have any videos recently. Anyway, we are in province, Corleone land. This is actually molded after a place in Sicily, I assume, because the architecture and the landscape seems to look a little bit like Sicily from The Godfather 1. Anyway, first of all, 1.1 has dropped and I noticed that this map is no longer in rotation, or I think I read somewhere that this map will no longer be in rotation for higher tier tanks, and it's a bit unfortunate that it's happened this way because we are actually lacking in maps and diversity of maps. But I know there are a couple of new maps that are coming out in 1.1, which is why they are able to remove this from the high tier rotation, which maybe will work out in the end. Personally, I don't have any problems with this playing in high tiers. I like that it's different. I know that it's really tough to play. A lot of people complain about it. It's not very good for high tier tanks or whatever, but I like that it's not good. I like that it's tough. I like that it ends up with a draw a lot of times. Just because I welcome the different kind of playstyle that you need to adapt to be successful on this map. You don't always win on this map. In fact, as long as all my opponents are also having to play on this map, I really have no problem with it. I'm gonna miss this map on high tier tanks, but I can see where the complaints are coming from. It's really hard to progress and do well when you're on high tiers, especially in heavy tanks where you are lacking some kind of mobility. Anyway, I'm in a platoon with my mate here. We both had great games. I think I had a lot of kills, and my platoon mate had a high damage count in this game, but that's besides the point. Let's talk a little bit about the Pantera P44. This tank was a breeze to grind. If you are considering the Italian line, I would say the tier 8 Pantera would be like a very easy grind to play. In fact, when you are top tier, as I am on this in this game, I am actually shooting only AP. Even though I was grinding this tank, I was grinding up to my tier 9. What I normally do is shoot full APCRs when I'm in bottom tier or when I'm in middle tier games. But because I'm top tier and because the ammunition is that good or that reliable, I'm able to play just only with AP rounds instead of my usual APCR when I'm grinding up a certain line. When I'm on province, I can't help but to admire the attention to detail the modelers have done. If you look at the buildings, there's a large amount of details that they've put into the buildings themselves. Like this building in front of me, you can see the You can see some plants growing up the side of the house. I mean, the attention to detail, I love the way when they put effort and creativity into their work. It's amazing what they can come up with. And this is the biggest part that I'm going to miss about this map. I enjoyed it. Was eye candy for me, which is a big part. A big part of this game for me is looking at the realistic aspects of, the modelings, the buildings, the architecture, the surroundings, the tanks itself. I like the way the game looks when they put so much effort into these kind of things. This is what I'm going to really miss about the high tier games. If we're going to get on the province map, look at how beautiful everything looks. The buildings, they look really nice, and it's this is kind of a special map because there are not many other maps that look like this with buildings that are actually intact. Normally, like you've got Ruinberg and stuff like that, those are like demolished buildings, or buildings in contention that have a lot of damage on them. I'm not saying that they don't look great, they look great too, but something like this is very unique in this game, and I think this is the only map that offers this kind of scenery, I would say. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about the Pantera. 2180 DPM in the current setup that I have. I think this is a 2-skill crew because I didn't have very good crew when I started off. Anyway, I run optics, rammer, and vertical stabilizers, and of course I run food when I'm grinding up the... In fact, I'm going to keep food on this tank even after I've abandoned the grind and moved my crew on. I still keep the food on. It does 240 damage per shot, and the penetration is 212 on the AP and 259 millimeters on APCR. The reload time is approximately 6.6 seconds for the first shell, and this is an auto reloader, so you want to play it like a 2-shotter or a 1-shotter if you can, and if you want to finish off some guy, that's when you use your third clip. Now we've been down most of this game. In fact, as you can see, we are down by 4 tanks right now. I didn't want to be aggressive because on this map it really doesn't pay to be the attacker. Like the aggressive team normally has very difficulty advancing because which is why this map is not a lot of people like this map, is because this map favors the defensive team very much so, because you can use the foliage, you can use some hard cover, you can use the rocks and hull down or hide your lower plate, and it's a very good defensive map. And right now we are already down, we were down 5 tanks there for a moment, but we're down back to 4 tanks again. The dispersion on this tank is 0.30, and it has an aim time of just under 2 seconds. The mobility is one of the nicer parts about this tank. It has 60 kilometers per hour top speed going forwards and 20 kilometers an hour in reverse. Now let's not speak about the armor because it doesn't have any. The armor is 80 millimeters in front, 50 on the side. It has a little bit of sloping in the front, so if you angled a little bit, if you had a little bit of angle, and if they shot you on your top plate, there is an opportunity to bounce, but don't count on it too much. The turret itself, the frontal part of the turret is 120 millimeters in the front and 60 on the side. Again, not reliable armor. Don't count on it to do anything for you. It has, however, 1400 hit points, which you can trade sometimes, but trade carefully. Make sure you're getting off 2-3 shots if you're trading one shot. So think about how you trade your HP when you go for those trades. The view range that I have right now is 435, I think. 436 is closer to 436, which is sufficient enough to get the job done. And now we've managed to pull it back to one tank. I've got to be careful here. This is the slow part of the game, which we need to be careful. I took a hit there, quite unnecessary actually, and that's a bit of a shame. But however, I did manage to unload on that Tiger P. I'm seeing if I can get one more shell loaded in time to finish him off. But I don't think I do. In fact, I actually am a bit afraid right now, and my platoon mate has decided to trade some HP. He'll take a hit maybe to finish off that Tiger P. He's got the HP, so he needs to deal with the Tiger P on his own. In fact, he doesn't take any damage while he does that. Now what's left of the enemy team is the Progetto, a Scorpion G, and a Crusader artillery piece. And this is about the end of the game. I try to not give up because I'm a one-shotter. I try not to give up any more of my HP or try not to die. And while my platoon mate moves up, I will cautiously advance from this side. And looks like the artillery piece is taken care of. I tried to snipe from across here. In retrospect, I should have advanced forward, but I did have another teammate that was full HP and advancing forward. The JP2 seems to be very healthy in HP, so he can advance forward and take a hit and perhaps finish off those other tanks, while I try to get there as quickly as I can while I'm on my reload. But it looks like they're going to finish off these guys even before I can get there. Now I know I'm very passive in this game, but you have to forgive me. This was only my second time on this map at that point. This video was done sometime in May or June when the patch first dropped, and we were very new to the province map. So between the two of us, me and my platoon mate, we managed to do 8,000 damage. I did 3,005 kills, while my platoon mate did 5,004 kills in his Progetto. So two auto reloaders did very well in that game. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying this map and the Pantera 44, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.